Boom! They put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hands.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And it doesn't feel like that long ago that when a quarterback was drafted in the first round, he would sit for a while, learn from a veteran. But these days, you're in the mix right away to be the starter week one. But he has to earn it, and that begins right here with the first preseason game.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 74 yards. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, 6-round picks, they don't normally step in and start on day one, that's for sure. But over the years, we've had some big names from that spot.
And obviously, Tom Brady, the biggest name of all, is a 6th-rounder, but there have been others. Antonio Brown, who's played some of the best receiver in the game. Alfred Morris, and I can tell you a quick one on Alfred Morris. When he came out of college and had the big rookie year, I went back to a lot of my scouting buddies and took my book with me and said, okay, what did you guys have him listed coming out of school? I couldn't find anyone who had better than a 6th-round grade on him. Most had 7th round and a good number undrafted free agent, so you never know what you're going to get.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, this is Madison, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And that'll be knocked knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And it's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
McCarthy to throw on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown in his first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On 2nd down, it's McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game
taking it right down Broadway. He's to the 15, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Gallup, 65 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 2. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
And that was another Justin Jefferson special. Went up over the top of the defender and snagged it. He may look like he's covered, but he finds a way to uncover at the end of plays. 6'1" listed, plays like he's 6'5", and jumps like he's 10 feet tall.
This is caught by Addison. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yes.
After review of the play, rules of the field.
Lines up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Throwing again, McCarthy.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Vikings have yet again retaken the lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there. They'll go for 2. McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he goes down, but but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, O'Connell caught by Mayer. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. That is caught left side by Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Once again, O'Connell back to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, O'Connell. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 there. A full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
O'Connell throwing, 3rd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And out now come the Vikings. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our...
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Oliver, 77 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now it's O'Connell.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Throwing on second down. Here's O'Connell. That one complete to Trey Tucker.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Let's go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
O'Connell now on 2nd and 10.
And he comes back with one complete.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Michael Mayer
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. And got his man complete.
Big strides, look at him go.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 78 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Ellerson Smith coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime.
Well, we all missed football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed halftime. We skip right over it. We get back to the action.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
O'Connell working from the gun. Open man is Tucker.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry of the game for Zamir White.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, they'll run with White, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
White will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown. Josh Oliver. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead.
When you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
Look at the big man rumble! And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. On first down, Abdullah. Oh, good move at the 5. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Second and goal from inside the 5. White will take this one in. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Throwing again is Darnold. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Vikings. Brandon Powell, 55 yards. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And that is caught for the 2 points. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
to kick this one away, and off it goes. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We had a high-scoring first half, and that really has continued here into the second half.
If you like defense, there's no way you can continue to watch this, but you probably are with your fingers spread, right? Watching them through those eyes, trying to say, my goodness, when can they stop someone? But this game is so much fun if you're watching it because the competitiveness of both offenses going at each other, it's been a blast.
A lot of entertainment. To throw here, O'Connell looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll give up the gun to Abdullah. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here's O'Connell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's White.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
O'Connell to throw on second down.
Touchdown Raiders!
Jalen Guyton from 8 yards out. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Well, they did. It worked. And now out comes Minnesota.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Malcolm Kuntz just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on second and long. Darnold looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put.
He's got a man, complete. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. N'Keal Harry, 29 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So the the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was all finished off on the touchdown catch by N'Keal Harry. Well, this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raiders heading out to take over. Here's 1st and 10. And O'Connell now to throw. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing. O'Connell. That's Sumayer, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st down, here's White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They stay on the ground with White. And running with power here. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This is 1st and 10. Now Darnold.
He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass. Yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that
I'm
penalty.
so confused. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And got his man complete.
Through the middle of the field.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it now. If you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's O'Connell. And that's caught inside the 35. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two.
O'Connell's throwing for it.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's first down. Here's Darnold.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30.
Shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen.
PlayStation